So here's PyCharm. This is the IDE that we were looking at last time, and I think we just got to print hello world, right? So if you want to print anything to the console, it's really simple. Just print, and then it's a function, so you need parentheses, and then inside the function you just want to print whatever the parameter you want to print, whatever you want to. It can print variables, all kinds of variables, lists, integers, floats, lists, already said lists, sorry, strings, dictionaries, whatever you want. So in this case, I have a string hello, and when we run that, so remember in PyCharm, when you want to run something for the first time, you can just press run, right click, and then press run learn, and then as you can see down here, it prints hello to the console. So are we good with printing stuff to the console? This is the most basic thing in the world. We can do hello world, the first thing, and then once you run it for the first time with the right click, you should be able to just click up here, and as you can see, it creates a configuration for you automatically. So you can switch between files this way, or it's a lot of times it's just simpler to right click and press run. So is everyone cool with that? Printing stuff to the console. Yeah. Okay, excellent. So I'll show you guys what we're going to be working towards basically through the next few weeks. If you want to join my weekly coding sessions, we're going to be creating a really simple tic-tac-toe game. It's just okay. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see what's going on. Is Java the same as Intro to Java? I'm not sure actually. I haven't taken Intro to Java, so yeah, not sure if they can even hear me. Anyways, we'll keep on moving on. So I'll show you what we are working towards. Right, run tic-tac-toe, and then here's what we get. It's a super simple tic-tac-toe game. It's just a 2D list, and you have an input, and you can type in numbers. It's just columns. So if I wanted to put my space here, it would just be 1 and then 1, and as you can see, it puts an X there, and if now it switches to O's, and I put an O there, and obviously when you win, it tells you that you win. So really simple, but this will help us learn the basics of functions. We have lists here, we have printing stuff to the console. We even have a little bit of, we have for loops, a bunch of for loops, if statements, while, and then, yeah, even some like simple input stuff. So that is how we can get the basics of Python. And then once you get the basics, you can build whatever you want. The sky's the limit. You can create whatever you want. Learn whatever you want, and I'm open to all kinds of ideas. Whatever you guys want to learn, I'm happy to learn with you. But right now, we're just going to go over the basics. So we have printing hello world, and if you want to store a value of any like anything basically in coding, you need a variable, right? You need to store numbers, you need to store strings, you need to store lists, which are multiple numbers put together in a single variable. Basically, if you think it's actually multiple variables that are chunked together into a single variable. If you think of like a list of, say, grocery supplies, you have all kinds of items that you have in your list, and that's exactly what a list is in Python and programming also. You can have a list of variables, you can have a list of integers, a list of floats, a list of strings. In Python, you can have a list of strings and integers, whatever you want. Python's super flexible with its variables. In Java, you would have to declare the variable type. Python, you don't have to, and I'll show you. It's really simple. Just to declare a variable, you would just do x, and this is an equal sign, but in the terminology of programming, you would say x gets 5. So in this case, x would be assigned the value of 5, and then in programming, not in algebra, but in programming, you can set x to another value, say in this case 3. X gets 5, and then it's not like a stupid algebra equation that doesn't work, obviously. This variable x is being assigned a new value of 3. So if we were to print x right now, you would get obviously 3 because x is most recently being assigned to 3. Does that make sense for everyone? Cool. You guys even hear me? Yeah? Alright.
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright.
Yes.
Alright. Awesome. Okay, so as you can see down here, it prints 3. And obviously in Python you can do like addition and stuff. So if we were to print this out, it would be, if you could guess, 10, which makes sense. 5 plus 5 is 10. You could either do like x gets, oh, this is even, this also, if you're new to programming, this might be a little weird, but x gets x plus 5. You need to remember that this is not equals, it's gets. So in this case, the variable of x would get the previous value, which is moved down here, plus another 5. So in this case, obviously it was 10 before, we printed that out, we know that. So we take that number and we transfer, it's being transferred down here to this x. So x plus 5, 10 plus 5 is 15. So if we were to print x right now, we would get 15. So that's just some super basic variable and assigning the value of variables. Python is super cool in the fact that you can set x to 10 and then you can set x to hello, and it doesn't give you a problem. In Java, it would definitely give you a problem. So that's why Python is cooler, and that's why Python is the language of the future, and it's also super readable and it's not confusing to learn. So there you go. Also, if you want to do, say we want to make this x1, and then we want to, you probably wouldn't want to do this, but who knows, x1 plus hello, this would work also. Oh, you know what? Sorry, my bad. This wouldn't work. You would need to make this into a string first. Yeah, and this works. Yeah, so sometimes, like, yes, yeah, okay, I got it. All right, so when you add, you can't add integers to strings because that doesn't really make any sense. In Java, I believe you can. It's like concatenating. However, in Python, you want to convert the integer, in this case 10, into a string. So this is what string does. It's a built-in function, and then it just creates 10 plus hello. You get 10 hello. This is just a concatenation right there. All right, excellent. So that's variables. Let's see, what else do we need to get done? Oh, I'll just show you some cool stuff about Python. If you want to swap two variables, say A is 5 and B gets 6, and you want to swap A to B, you can do A, B gets B, A. So instead of having to create a temporary variable like C or something, or Z or whatever, Python is really easy in that you can just use the commas and assign B to A, and then this is assigning A to B. So in like one line you can swap two variables. If you want to just check, you can print A and it should be 6. Alright, excellent.